Ken Hovey up there, first chair in Lion's Head. And in the studio right now, we're rolling needles with Peter. This is Walking Mountains interview, talking today about holiday plants and holiday shrubs and things like that, and what they mean, what they're all about.
Exactly. So our winter celebrations, are kind of an amalgamation of different traditions throughout history. Different civilizations have all kind of celebrated wintertime with plants. And so, I kind of brought in a few. You guys have some on set that I thought would be interesting to talk about and kind of get the background of why we use some of these specific plants to celebrate the winter holidays.
Okay, so you mentioned one of them first off, olive oil. Olive oil, tell us about that, the olive plant.
So olive oil is, native to the Mediterranean region, kind of the Fertile Crescent and kind of the birthplace of civilization. And olive oil is actually what was found in the lamps during Hanukkah that actually kept burning. So the olive tree and olive oil has been represented, throughout history via Hanukkah. So that is actually the oil that was left burning, assumedly for one day that burned for 8. That was all olive oil. So that is kind of that tie-in with that culture and the olive trees. And we have ash trees out here, which are very closely related to the olive trees.
Okay, and then another good one, which I wasn't too aware of, Yule logs. What's a Yule log?
Yule log. So a Yule log, and the French have kind of hijacked the Yule log and turned it into a pastry like the French will do.
Sure.
But the Yule log is from a Slavic and Norse tradition where they would burn a log in their hearth or fireplace, and then they would save the remaining stump. So they wouldn't burn it all the way down, and they would save that remaining stump all through the next year, and they would use the stump, the burnt out log, to start next winter's fire.
Stop that.
And it was supposed to be a good luck charm. Keep it going. So your fire from winter to winter would all be started with the
previous log from the end of last year's celebration.
Exactly, to kind of symbolize, the coming of age and the cycles of nature and the cycles of community.
Okay, and then this is another good one, mistletoe. Give me the details.
Mistletoe.
On this.
So I didn't bring any mistletoe into the studio.
Thank goodness you didn't.
I know. So again, kind of from the Slavic traditions, and it was thought to increase fertility. So kind of people kissing underneath it is a long tradition for centuries, and it is thought to increase fertility both between the men and women who kiss underneath it. So it's funny that is a fertility increasing thought where mistletoe is actually semi-parasitic. It's actually sucking the life out of its host plant, that you find in the tree.
That is pretty funny.
So,
we have a little bit more time. So give us the details on Christmas trees and the difference between the spruce and the firs.
So Christmas trees, generally people refer to as a Christmas tree as a pine. 9 times out of 10, Christmas trees are not actually going to be pine trees. They're going to be either spruce or fir. And you can get a $10 permit from the Forest Service in this area to go cut your own pine tree.
Right.
The one caveat is blue spruce is our state tree, so you cannot cut the Colorado blue spruce, which is a very famous Christmas tree in other parts of the country. So if you do go get your permit to cut your own Christmas tree, the Forest Service is going to ask you to, before you cut that tree down, to roll a needle in your fingers. If you can roll it, it is a square, spiky spruce. You do not want to cut that tree. If you roll a needle and it turns out to be flat,
then you can cut it.
You can cut it. It is a flat, friendly fir tree. Fir trees make great Christmas trees. Leave our spruces alone.
Rolling needles with Peter. Thank you.
You're very welcome. Thanks for having me. Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas from everybody at Walking Mountains. Once again, check those trees. If you're going to go cut your own, if you can roll it in your fingers, don't cut it down. If it's flat and smooth, chances are you can bring it home and celebrate the holidays. We have more of the Good Morning Vail coming up. We'll be back to Ken up in Vail for first chair. Megan's up in Beaver Creek. And so much more. We'll be right back.